Hi and welcome to Healthy Life Hacks. I'm Jefferies, the present-day wise woman, a realistic naturopath coming to you from the surfing beaches of Australia. This podcast is for those of you who are wanting to really rock your life and health and live from a place of prevention. Let's get into today's episode. So did you know that warm water hydrates you better, faster, more effectively than cold water? It does. Warm water hydrates better than cold because it's close to our body temperature. So if we go drinking, cool to cold water all the time, it dampens. Imagine our gut is like a great big crock pot and we're putting cold, icy drinks into it. What it can do is it literally puts the fire out. Versus drinking water at a room temp or preferably warmer to be able to hydrate the bowel, hydrate the digestive system, hydrate the body in general faster. And you're not wasting energy to try and warm it up first. I know that some people think that the energy that you burn up, so to speak, you use while you warm that water is thermogenesis, which can help you burn more calories. But for the 1 or 2 extra calories you burn for drinking cold ice water, you are doing more long-term damage to your gut. So let's get into this. So we know that our body sits about 37 degrees Celsius, which is 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. And like I said, our gut, our upper stomach is like a big crock pot. Well, all of our body is. It sits at 37 degrees. However, if we're putting ice in all the time, cold water in all the time, it dampens the fire. Whereas if we can put water in around a similar temperature, so even room temperature water, it's closer to that temperature. So the body doesn't have to go wasting water to be able to bring that temperature of the water to equilibrium. Okay. So like I said, if we're putting in cold all the time and thinking we're going to tap into thermogenesis and that's going to be great, we're going to burn more calories, you're dreaming. You're not going to burn the amount of calories that you think you're burning. And long term, you're putting the fire out in your belly. Now, I talk a lot in my podcasts about things like how stress dampens the digestive system. Same thing, cortisol being too high too long. Absolutely puts fire out in the belly, and that's because the vagus nerve gets pinched and that function shuts off. The ice water, cold water has a similar effect to the digestive system. And, it's not just what we eat that matters. It's what our body's able to assimilate, take up the nutrients, and be able to eliminate properly. And it's interesting, when I've worked with clients in clinic who've experienced things like constipation, even just getting them to drink warm water in the morning, whether it's warm water with a squirt of lemon juice in it, that just hydrates so fast. It's huge. People who do that, I have my coffee in the morning and I poo straight away. Well, you're putting a nice warm drink in. So whenever we eat, drink anything of size, as soon as it hits our stomach, that chewing action, the peristalsis begins. It opens the ileocecal valve, which is the little valve down near our appendix, that lower right quadrant of our stomach area. And when that valve opens, it allows whatever in the small intestine to go into the large to start to evacuate whatever is the waste, your poo. So if you're the kind of person who has a nice coffee in the morning and you go and poo within an hour later, that's actually just the body working the way it's meant to. It's not the coffee that's necessarily working as a laxative. You're having something warm, so it's hydrating the bowel straight away. And then number 2 is that it's a quantity enough to have that ileocecal valve open and tell the peristalsis, that caterpillar kind of action that happens in our digestive system to push through things and start moving towards something going out as waste to make more room for whatever's going to get put in. So that's how that action works. Another benefit when we're drinking warm water is it can help dilate our blood vessels. So it helps to improve our circulation.
Have you ever wondered how your life could have been different if you'd had access to this type of content at a younger age? Look, this is why I need your help. I'm working to build the #1 platform that gives real and easy to integrate healthy life hacks and mindset to help you get well and stay well. This show only grows by word of mouth and new subscribers. It would mean the world to me if you could click the subscribe button right now, leave a 5-star written review, or drop a comment below. Share this episode with a friend and I would be forever grateful. Now, let's get back to this week's episode.
And this happens because it's allowing the water to move more efficiently through the body, to transport nutrients, oxygenate your cells, and just improve that overall hydration. Dilating means to open. So when everything's opened up, everything moves more efficiently. Like I said, it's easier on our digestive system. And the same kind of way, even the blood vessels, when we go and stick the cold water in, everything constricts, which slows down. It slows down that water absorption. It slows down digestion. It slows everything down. We want to make it all work easily. Also, when we go and put cold water in, it can actually shock the system. Like I said, some people think, yeah, this is great thermogenesis, burn up an extra 5 or 10 calories. Well, long term, it's not. It can slow down the body's hydration process because it's got to balance out that temperature change. However, it also can slow down your metabolism or your digestive system. So warm's better. It also helps to support detoxification. So warm water stimulates circulation, like I said. It promotes sweating. Our biggest detoxifying body organ is our skin. And so anything we can do to raise that temp a bit and to flush out toxins, support the kidneys to work properly. The kidneys are, an amazing filtering system for our body. And if we don't have enough hydration and we don't have enough warm hydration, that proper hydration, it slows detoxifying as well. And also, if you're exercising, you're thinking, oh, I'm all hot and sweaty, I just want a cold drink. It really makes the body go, you're hot. Give it something that's warm. It doesn't have to be boiling water, but give it something that's warm, and your body's able to just take up that hydration faster. It supports a faster recovery. And I don't know about you, but when I train, I want to be able to train harder and recover faster. And I know that warm water is part of that solution. So for me, as a naturopath, we say that you need about 33 ml per kilo per day of body weight in water. And I make sure I get about a third of that in warm water. And so I sit here at the moment. This is a little warm water insulated fast. They can be used for cold or hot. I make myself a green tea in the morning, lightly brewed for less than a minute, which means it counts as water. You could have a herb tea. You could have plain water with a squirt of lemon juice or lime juice. It doesn't matter. You could have just plain warm water. And so I make up, and this one's only a 250 ml, but I make up, I've got a 500 ml, a 250 ml, and a 200 ml insulated bottle. So depending where I'm going, even like I went to Pilates class yesterday, and I take warm water with me to Pilates, and I sweat my guts out at Pilates. I really do. I find it really hard work. I do a one-on-one session with my physio who does my Pilates classes. And I'm hot, sweaty, working hard, and I always make sure that I'm supporting my body with warm water, not cold water. It just works. It really does. So if you've got an insulated bottle, imagine you just tried this on, get a little bit uncomfortable, and made a third of the water you're having a day, either herb tea, green or white tea brewed for less than a minute, or just warm water with a squirt of lemon or lime. And see how your body hydrates differently. See how your body starts to respond. I promise that hydration, especially from an exercise recovery mode or just in general, that hydration picks up faster, and it's really worth it. And, if we want great skin, drink more water. If we want to lose weight, drink more water. If we want to have better sleep, drink more water. Have our body be able, just don't do it all guzzling it right before sleep time. But we want to be able to support all our body systems properly. And water is a key element, especially when it comes to mobilizing toxins. And everyone's going and spending all this huge money on things like detoxes nowadays, and they're still not drinking enough water. Start with the BAM, start with the bare ass minimum, the core basics, to be able to improve your hydration, which then supports your natural body systems. That's it. Get into water. See ya. I want to thank you for being here today. If you enjoyed my podcast, please let me know by leaving a review on Apple Podcast. Every month, I draw one lucky person who leaves a review, have a free 1-hour consultation with me. Be sure to subscribe to the show wherever you're tuning in from so that you always catch the next episode. I welcome your emails, and you can write to me at podcast@healthylifehacks.com.au. Until next time, remember, when it comes to life, live it, love it, and get on with it.